Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is to create the foundation for your amazing life. And I'm going to go with you basically over the four main pillars that I believe you need in order to create a great foundation for you to build on. I think one of the greatest realization that I ever had, man, was to realize that, success is not an accumulation. It's not about accumulating material possessions, but instead to embody the habits, the characteristics, and qualities of what it takes to be successful. And I'm going to help you people by sharing with you, starting with number one. Number one, people, is that you must have a goal. You must have a goal, and the goal obviously should be whatever your vision is that you see in your mind. So that's the number one step in creating a foundation, is you must have a direction to where you're going, man. It's like, there's an old saying, and I truly believe it, is that a ship without a destination is bound to crash, land on the rocks, or get lost. There's no good outcome there, people. Going to your destination is not, you can't get there from, let's say, here in the U.S. to Jamaica by accident. You got to be very intentional and navigate your way down there. But you must know the direction of where you're going. You must have a goal, a destination in mind, people. So that's the first thing, is that you must have a goal in life. And whatever that goal is, man, make sure that it's something that you truly, truly, truly desire to have, because the amount of obstacles you're going to have to face to get there, you must have a strong desire. If not, you will not attain it, people. So that's critically important. That's number one. Have a goal, and again, make sure that it's a goal that you truly, 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 to the 10th power, really want. That way you'll be motivated to overcome the obstacles. Number two, people, is your characteristics. Is that obviously we always know we need to change, but change what? I want you to understand that you must develop the characteristics of great leaders, because any level of true success, people, requires you to be a leader. Whether it's a leader in your household, a leader in your business, a leader in your workplace, you must become a leader, people, in order to have any real significant accomplishments in this world, because you can't do it all by yourself. So some of the characteristics, though, I'll rattle off some that I believe, in my opinion, that you must have. Number one is you must develop your work ethic. Is that, faith without work is dead, people. So you must be willing to do the work that is necessary in order for you to be able to attain the things you want. You must always be taking actions, people. Not talking about stuff, but talking and definitely backing it up, man. You got to be like Muhammad Ali. He talk a lot of trash, but that man always deliver. You know what I'm saying? So you got to respect that, man. You must be willing to do the work that is necessary for you to attain the things you want. So work ethic is one. Another one, people, is you must be trustworthy. It's like, people don't care how much you know till they know how much you care, man. People got to know that they can depend on you. What make a leader great is that, he's like the captain of the ship. He's going to make sure all his people is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And that's a really great quality to have, people, especially if you aspire to be a leader, is that, you must be a person of honest. You must be honest, man. You know what I'm saying? And for people to know that they can believe you, they can trust you, that's a big deal. So honesty, you must have that. You need to embody that. Um, Another one, people, is having a great attitude, man. You must develop the characteristic that the glass is always half full, not half empty, and it's a choice. It really is a choice, people. You have to choose to always have a great attitude, man, because when you choose to have a great attitude, life just flows a lot better. I promise you that. And one of the most important ones, man, is that you must have integrity, people. you must develop integrity. And that's one characteristics that I don't care how great you get, you will never stop working on that one, because as long as there's new unknown for you to explore, you will always be out of integrity, and there's always restoration that's necessary. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's a part of life, and I think it's a very necessary part of you growing and developing yourself to become the greatest person or version of yourself that you can be. So you must develop integrity, where you restore integrity with yourself and others on a daily basis, if you ask me, because that's something I work on every single day. Outside of that, man, you must develop the habit or the characteristics of, being an inspirational, being an inspiration to others, man. And the only way you can inspire others is you naturally, of course, have to develop love and compassion for people, because if you are a leader, you have to have a natural love and compassion for people, where you genuinely care about the well-being of others, not just yourself. Selfishness and leadership don't go together, man, because you can't be a great leader and just be caring about yourself. So you must develop a natural and genuine love for people and concern for people. And I want you to develop that as a characteristic, because I think that it is priceless to have that. And like I said, to develop the characteristic of being inspirational, man, where you always look to inspire and motivate others to be the best that they can be. Not the best that you want them to be, but you have to realize and be able to see potential in others, where you can encourage and help develop those potentials that they have. So that's characteristics. I mean, I could go on, but my point is those are some of the main ones that I believe that you must embody in order to really be great people. Next thing, man, is your daily routine. See, you have to understand that the results you having right now is because of a series of actions that you take on a consistent basis. Consistency is everything. That's how we manage our lives, right? So it's like the more you have control over your daily routine, like you get busy planning the things that you incorporate into your daily routine, then the better and more in control you are of your life. You see what I'm saying? So I really want you to develop a routine that's very conducive to you attaining the goals that you set for yourself. In other words, people, from the time you get up in the morning time till the time you go to bed at night, what are the habits or what are the things that you're doing on a daily basis consistently? For one, I always suggest you need to have, when you first get up, I recommend doing your affirmations in the mirror for 15 minutes, your prayer. I recommend, having some way to feed your mind. I love learning mostly in the morning time, because your mind is the most receptive. So that's when I normally listen to my Headway app, normally on my way to the shop. And then obviously planning and organizing. The more you plan, people, is the less likely you are to fail. So develop that as a habit, you know what I'm saying, or as a part of your daily routine, where you're consistently planning, So having meetings with your leadership and all of that stuff, and planning before your meetings and all of that, it's like all those are habits or daily routines, I should say, that you do on a regular basis that becomes habit over time. Because that's why it's critically important, people, for you to control your daily routine, because your daily routines become the fourth pillar, which is your habits. And your habits, people, is indeed how you manage your life. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about driving. You don't think about a lot of the things you do because you've done it so much. So it becomes habitual, And that is ultimately the goal for all the things you need in order for you to be massively successful. So basically, those are the four pillars, man, With that being said, just to switch gear, man, I want to shout out to Jamaica, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to Africa, who is the mother of this world, and the entire Caribbean, man. My mandate from God and purpose for being here, people, is to unite the Caribbean and Africa. And, the way we do it, people, is by uniting, man. United we stand, divided we fall. We will and is standing united. Why? Because we understand that's how we bring about the greatest prosperity period that this world have ever seen. And that's how we actually become take advantage and become the full potential of who God have destined for us to be. So we are united and will continue to unite even more, especially as we start intertwining our economies and trading with each other and supporting each other's business, and just helping each other to develop, man, because nobody's going to do it for us, people. We got to do it for ourselves. So let's get excited about doing that. My declaration over your life, people, number 1 is that you are a millionaire. Number 2 is that you're married to the person of your dreams. Number 3 is that you have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, people. My prayer for you today, man, is that the Spirit of God that lives inside of you, man, will continue to shape you and mold you and continue to guide you, people, for you to fulfill on your promise for this world. You know what I mean? I believe, people, I really do believe in you, man, and I just want you to attain and accomplish everything that God have laid out for you, man. Just be willing to do the work, people. Get busy working on building your foundation so you can build your life off a skyscraper. With that being said, people, y'all have an amazing day, and we'll talk tomorrow.